In this video, we're going to show you how to place your drive belt kit on the Dodge Ram, located right on the front side of your engine. Want to go ahead and find a little plug and plug off your expansion tank hose here. On the front section on your particular vehicle, you're probably going to have a bolt right here. Our particular one has a plastic clip or insert, so we're going to use our tool, pop out the center of this button. When this comes out, the tank has fluid in it, so you want to be careful that that does not drop. If you have your bolt, go ahead and remove that. Set that aside. Now you want to take the expansion tank, pull that up, swing that off to the side, and just let that rest. Now before we take the belt off, probably a good idea for you to go ahead and grab a piece of paper and a pen and write out or draw a diagram of the routing of the belt, exactly where it goes. That way there you know, on reassembly, you know where to run that belt. We're going to use our 3/8 ratchet here, put that into the front of the tensioner. You want to go ahead and push that tensioner to the right and separate our belt. Go ahead and remove your tool, set that aside, and go ahead and separate this belt. Remove that off of all of your pulleys. Now on the tensioner itself here, right in the center, there's a 15mm bolt. You want to go ahead and spin the fan so that you have an open spot here. You can either get your ratchet, your wrench. We're going to use our electric tool here to go ahead and loosen and remove that bolt. Good to remove that bolt on the tensioner. Set that aside. On our idler right here, there's a 12mm bolt in the center. Remove that, set it aside. Straight down below where the other idler was, there is another idler pulley. I'm going to do the same thing. Now we use a 13mm for this one here on the bottom. It could be just excessive rust buildup on our bolt. Yours might be both 12mm, but 13 took out our bottom one. And take your lower pulley setup, slide this up, make sure that you have the little bushing right there. Line that up. And go ahead and just push that through. Let's go ahead and put this in the bottom. We're going to thread that in by hand, get that started. Go ahead and remove the bolt from the old tensioner and drop that into the new one. And we'll go to install this here. Here is where we're going to be putting our 3/8 ratchet in to go ahead and adjust the tensioner. On the back, you have two alignment pins here. They are two different sizes. It'll be really simple to go ahead and line that up. Get our bolt started. Once you get that bolt started, let's go ahead and snug that down. Remove the bolt. Make sure you have the spacer here. Pop that into the new idler. Make sure that bolt is centered. Now we can go ahead, line this up. And thread that on. Now we can go ahead and snug that down. Now I'm going to come on back with my regular ratchet, and I just want to make sure that these are snug. They don't have to be overly tight because you're just tightening them into aluminum. You don't want to cause any issues. I'm going to go ahead and do the same for the tensioner and the lower idler. Let's go ahead and install our serpentine drive belt here. And just start your process of snaking it through, running it around the pulleys where it's supposed to be run. Now that we have our belt run around most of our pulleys, and we just have one more pulley to get around, which is this upper idler. Now's the time to go ahead and get our tool into the tensioner. We're going to lift that up and slide that over the idler. Now before you remove your tool, go ahead and inspect each pulley. Make sure the belt is run around each one and it's not off at an angle. Fully routed around everything properly. Ours looks good. Take your expansion tank here. Swing this around. And don't forget to remove the plug. If you put a cap in this here, go ahead and pop that out. Swing this over, put the two tabs on the bottom into the shroud. Line this up. Now if you have a bolt here, go ahead and install your bolt. We have a plastic push clip that was in ours. Go ahead and pop that in.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.